and you have a lot of collections, and you started with 12 bears. Is that what you started your company with in 2002 with 12?
12 bears in the very first year that we did, 2006. There was only 12 bears, and if you were to try and collect those 12 bears now, they're almost impossible to find. They would probably be fetching somewhere in the region of 10 times their original retail value on the secondary market. So this is what we do at Charlie Bears. We bring out a collectible item, and we bring so many out to air. Onto QVC or into our stockists, and then we will retire them after a certain amount of time. And this is what makes them very, very collectible and very sought after.
Awesome. We're going to hear all the great details too. So H212898 is your item number. The sale price is $66.12. 4 easy payments of $16.53. And let's talk a little bit about this sweet bunny, but then I also really want to talk about the brand and why people collect these sweet bears and these friends that you've created.
Absolutely. I mean, little Annabelle, if we start with her, I always like to try and get as much information out about the bears as we can, because we often don't get a chance to do it. It's actually really nice being here, isn't it, and having the opportunity to talk about them. But this is a tiny little bunny. We've had lots and lots and lots of design ideas and name suggestions from lots of little girls and bigger girls too for the Annabelle bunny. So she's actually a little lop-eared bunny that we've done, so we've put additional weights into the end of her ears. You'll notice we've used lots of different types of fabric. These have not been airbrushed on or dyed. These are actually separate pieces of fabric that we cut to size to create the whole little character. She's got a little engineering system within her which allows her to stand. So when you get her home and you put her in your hug, you don't have to use the doll stands like you used to have to do to try and make the bear stand tall. So she's got little flat paw pads. She's kind of caricatured. I like to pantomime these characters. So they're not quite lifelike, but there's something a little bit storybook about them. She's very feminine and she's been hugely popular in the UK. So I'm thrilled that we managed to save a little pawful for QVC here.
Yay, thank you.
And I'm showing you a little tushy.
Oh, cute.
That's all right, yeah? It's a little rabbit tushy. That's allowed, isn't it?
Rabbit tushy. And I want to hear how did you meet? And just an FYI, these are not toys. They really are they're collectibles. We do have something, we have some a set of 3 key rings that we'll be showing you a little bit later on down in the show. But how did you two meet? Tell us your story.
So basically, it was my mum was very poorly at the time, and I thought, you know, I need something that's really going to cheer her up. So I thought, well, you know, she's just started collecting teddy bears, and it was because myself and my brother and sister had moved out of house, and she just started collecting teddy bears. So I thought, well, I'll go and buy her a teddy bear. And so I went to the shopping mall to go and buy one, and who was there selling teddy bears but Charlie? And I thought, well, she's all right.
Oh.
And and actually eventually plucked up the courage to ask her out on the date. So that was how the kind of love affair started. And Charlie, of course, had these teddy bear shops, and collectors and customers would walk in and fall in love with the bear that was on the top shelf. And that bear on the top shelf inevitably was $100, $200, $300. And they would walk out of the shop without buying anything at all. So we kind of said, well, hang on a minute. What we need to do is create that bear on the top shelf, but for a much more affordable price. So this is exactly what we did, and created Charlie Bears from there. And ever since 2006, we've just had a massive following. We had such a massive growth spurts within the first 5 years. And in fact, we were supposed to be coming to QVC US within the first 5 years of starting the company, but we just couldn't produce enough stock to get here. So this is absolutely a dream come true for us to be finally here and to have a brilliant, awesome show this morning as well.
Yeah, for sure. And also, one of the things that we all talked about prior to the show is that these pick the person. The person really doesn't pick the bunny or the bear, or that's not really what happens, right?
It's true.
I want to hear about, because it's so fascinating, talking about the faces and how the face actually, there's emotion in each one of the bunnies. Talk to me about that.
Absolutely. We have a strap line under the Charlie Bears logo which says Bears with Personalities, and I was adamant we needed to keep that on, because when all our bear artists create all our gorgeous little characters that we launch every year, we want to do something that's a little bit different. And our way of proving to people that we hand make is to give each and every bear, like in the case of Bunny, in the case of Annabelle, we put them together, slightly different emotions. So although they're the two of the same, you can see...
Oh, you can!
Yeah.
You can see one's looking a little bit doleful, one looks a little bit scared, she's looking up towards the sky, and the other one's quite happy being here, making its debut on
Hey, look
QVC.
at me. I am hot.
So
And they're
the great
slight
thing
little
about
ones.
that that is
Yeah.
that we've got so many people who've got children that have got like maybe 2 children or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Although we are saying that they're not really children's items, so they buy them for both the kids and say, listen, you've got your own individual bunny now, you know. So
I
that's
mean,
it.
we say they're not for children, but we did actually start the company to try and encourage the next generation of bear collectors. So everything's fully tested, and it is suitable for children aged 3+.
Okay.
So you can, and I love it when the kids go. They have such an imagination. They take them on adventures.
I did. Well, I
They
tell you
spend
about
all
my
their
own little
time.
teddy bear real quickly. So my brother gave me this blue and white teddy bear when I was 5, and I grew up in the last of 5 kids, and we picked names, and so we each got my brother that year when I was 5 had given me this teddy bear. Now this teddy bear has been everywhere with me, all over Asia. It's any trip that I ever took, I slept with this teddy bear. Now, and this teddy bear so this teddy bear is 47 years old. He's on my dresser. He's worn out, but he is important to me. This is so
Yeah.
crazy important.
Absolutely.
Wasn't a collectible bear, but he's so crazy important to me, and how much he was my friend in so
Yeah.
many aspects.
Yeah, they are companions, and I mean, to me, I've always had this fascination. I've always been enchanted by bears. It's something that's deep within me. I just love them. I just can't explain it. I just get this feeling, and my heart thumps. And I want everybody else out there to feel like this. So it seemed quite natural for us to start the bear company, and my kind of aim ultimately is that everybody feels like I did when I got my first bear. I know it's going to take a long time, but I'm really patient.
And you know, we always say as well, and you touched on this earlier, is that you don't choose bears, bears choose you.
Absolutely.
So if you're kind of sat there and thinking, do you know what, Annabelle just isn't my cup of tea,
Yeah.
there will be something else that comes up
Yeah.
in the show later on that you go, do you know what, that's my cup of tea with 2 sugars in it.
I like
you
it.
know?
So this is H212898. It's the Charlie Bear's Collectible Annabelle, 11 inches. It's the bunny bear. We started only with 325. We have fewer than 150 remaining. We've got already over 100 ordered just in the show, but all of these pieces are now online, and I can guarantee you many of them are going very quickly and have throughout the day. All of these sale prices will be gone also at the end of the day, along with their 4 Easy Pay breakdown. It is countdown to Christmas, my friends. Already last call. Oh my gosh, already last call in the Charlie Bear's Collectible Kiri 13-inch plush leopard bear. $61.32, 4 easy payments of $15.33. Remember, there's so much hand detail. None of these, the fabrics you find are just
Oh, yeah.
incredible. Well, I can't wait to hear about this. Okay, so we're going to move right along.